Alright, so today's video we're going to be talking about the new Ice BDA being added to Project Slayers. And as you can see by the screenshots right here, bro, finally, as we've all been predicting, the Ice BDA is actually coming to the game, bro. So basically in this video, I'm going to be talking about is what moves are possibly going to be added to the game, what it's going to look like, and just some predictions, basically. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the Ice BDA that is coming in Project Slayers is actually based off the upper rank 2 demon Doma's Blood Demon art. And y'all, by this point, if you watch Demon Slayer, you should know who Doma is. Or if you've also read the manga, you should know everything about him. And if you've seen what he's like in the anime, bro, or read him in the manga, bro is menacing. As you can see right here, bro, this basically looks like a wind fan, but it's actually a fan that is used in his BDA to create ice. As you can see right here by the screenshot, bro, the fans, the ice fans that Doma uses are actually weapons you can use, I would assume. Because, you know, why else would they make them a 3D model if you're not going to be able to use them as weapons? Because they're not only used as fans, you can use them as knives or throwing things. As you can see right here, these pictures right here, they are used as different types of weapons. So me personally, bro, I cannot wait to see how these freaking M1 attacks work for these fans, dude. And I'm gonna go on a limb and say this right now, I would only assume that these are only going to be exclusive for demons. Demon Slayers will not be able to use the fans. It just wouldn't make sense, you know. But minus all the rambling, I'm going to be going over the attacks that are more than likely going to be added into the game with this fan. I'm assuming all these attacks are going to be based on the real thing, just like every other brick style, they're based on the real anime attacks or manga attacks. So let's just go over them one by one. Now, I will be trying to keep this as spoiler free as possible, but you know, if you don't want to see the attacks here, you just want to just keep it for the anime, you know, you're well to click off right now. But I'm going to be going over manga attacks right here, so this is your warning, bro. Everything I'm going to be talking over has not been animated yet. Alright, coming in with the first potential attack coming to Project Slayers with the Ice BDA is Frozen Lotus. Basically, according to what it says, Frozen Lotus is basically just a Doma delivers a forward slash, creating a bunch of razors coming out of the floor, like trying to attack people, basically. Essentially, he just makes spikes come out of the floor that are made of ice that look like lotuses. Pretty simple, you know, nothing too crazy, just basically spike-shaped lotuses. You know, a pretty basic attack, but you know, it can look cool, and it would be a pretty unique attack added to the game, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I'm making a prediction right now. I can assure you that this freaking BDA is going to be overpowered when it comes out. I don't know, bro, I just have that feeling. But anyways, on to the next attack. The next possible Ice BDA attack that we have is Barren Hanging Garden. This attack is basically just when he slices his hands in the air, making ice shards that fly at the player. It's basically just making like ice air fans. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be like the wind attack where he jumps up in the air and starts doing downward slashes, kind of like that, but you know, standing up with ice. And for some reason, I feel like the Ice BDA is gonna look so much like mist breathing for some reason. I don't know why, I just get that vibe. For the next attack on the Ice BDA list is Freezing Clouds. This attack basically is just when he forms a huge ice cloud to freeze enemies around them, basically stunning them so he can attack them to do further damage or further attack. So I can definitely see this being used as kind of like an Indomitable Will type of move where he slows down the enemy or does some type of stun so he can do more combo attacks in the game. Like he spawns a big cloud and it makes the enemy slow and they can't move, or maybe it freezes their feet, something along those lines. Now he has used it in the manga. I'm not going to spoil it, that's what I said, so I'm not going to be able to bring it up, but you know, it does seem pretty effective, bro, so maybe they can implement it into the game somehow and just make it seem really cool. Jeez, but Freezing Clouds does sound OP though, I'm not gonna lie. The next attack on the list for the Ice BDA is Lotus Vines. This attack is pretty much just like the other Frozen Lotus attack, but instead of making individual little lotuses, he makes vines of lotuses and just kind of swings them around like an octopus to hit other players. Now this one, I don't know if it'll be added to the game because it does seem a bit strange, but if they do add it, I feel like it'll be kind of like the dream attacks where they have the tentacles coming out of the floor, maybe something like that. I don't know why, I kind of just feel like that might happen. The next attack for the Ice BDA style possibly coming to Project Slayers is Cold White Princesses. Now this attack, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it'll be added to the game because it just seemed kind of impractical, but basically all it is when Doma basically he spawns in two huge ice statues of women and they basically kind of just freeze the air around people. It basically just makes it another stun move. It just makes it hard to breathe, hard to move. It just freezes everything around you. They don't specifically do anything offensively, they're more of a defense type of move. He basically just brings them up to stun the enemy and make the battleground basically unmatchable. Like you can't fight if they're there because it just makes the air unbreathable and you can't fight because you're freezing to death. Now the next attack that could possibly be coming to the next update with the Ice BDA is Wintry Icicles. Basically with this attack, it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically just spawns in really sharp icicles and just kind of launches them at the player. So basically all he'll do is make them come out the air or come out the floor and he'll kind of just shoot them at an enemy. Pretty self-explanatory attack. It's just really sharp icicles that you can use offensively. There's really not that much to it, I'm not gonna lie. Now on to the next Ice BDA attack is Crystalline or Crystalline Divine Child. This one's actually kind of goofy, and if they added this to the game, it would look so funny. Basically, in this attack is basically where you make, or when Doma makes small miniature ice figurines of himself fighting as him. And apparently in the manga, he's only able to make about 6 of these guys at one time. So imagine you fighting one guy with a blood demon art and then fighting 6 other miniature versions of the same BDA at the same time. Like, bro, I know it's gonna look goofy. There's no way they add that to the game. Well, actually, I do take that back. I actually do think they could add to the game because I think it would be similar to that swamp attack where, you know, you make the clones coming out of the ground and they attack players. They only do one attack, but, you know, clones are clones, to be honest. And apparently, these clones are able to do the same moves and fight the exact same as Doma or as you on the same level. They're just smaller. But on the attack description, it does say this requires a lot of concentration, so when Doma's distracted or something's happening to him, they might disappear or just melt away. So I feel like if this was added into the game, if you were using these guys, your player would not be able to move. So once you move or get hit and the attack is disrupted, they kind of just disappear. Kind of like Naruto spawning in Shadow Clones, where he kind of just stands there and they run and do the battle for him, not gonna lie. But regardless of all that, on to the next attack. Alright, for the moment of truth, the thing we've all been waiting for, the final attack of the video is called Rhyme Water Lily Bodhisattva. And I'm hoping I pronounced that right. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, y'all. Now, this attack is actually the most OP attack Doma has, and it would be a shame. It would just be, you wouldn't be doing the Ice BDA justice if they didn't add this to the game. This attack, he literally just spawns in an enormous Buddha statue that can breathe toxic ice air and grab people with its huge hands. So yeah, to be honest, that's really all there is to that attack. It's basically just a huge Buddha statue that can breathe really toxic air that can kill you because it's like below 0, 0, 0. It's that cold. If it touches you once, you'll basically die. On top of being enormous, it can also attack you at the same time, bro. But yeah, that's basically all the attacks that I would assume are coming to the game with the Ice BDA. Now, I'm only going to assume this is factual because, you know, these are real attacks from the actual manga, so I don't know why they wouldn't add any of these attacks into the game. At least, maybe not all of them, but at least some of them. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see for the attacks, y'all. I don't know about you guys, but I know me personally, when this BDA comes out, I am 100% gonna try to get it, bro. Because I already know Doma is too sick in the manga and in the anime to just not for me not to get it. But yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about the Ice BDA in this video, y'all. But I do hope this video was helpful and informative for y'all to learn about the Ice BDA and what could possibly be coming to Project Slayers. And comment down below if you hyped for the Ice BDA, because I already know I am, y'all, and I want to know if y'all are too. Well, without further ado, I'm going to have to ask y'all, like the video if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and join the Discord link in the description. But without further ado, I'm gonna see you all later.